Hello Scorpio, and welcome to Sincere Tarot. This is your mid-December reading, and do you like my tree? It's almost ready. I'll be putting baubles on it later. So your theme for mid-December is the Princess of Wands. When you feel that spark of intuition and creativity, act on it straight away. This might also be the start of some sort of creative project, potentially in the arts. Now let's see what the mid-December has in store for you. So let's see, and this is what you need to know. All right, I'm definitely seeing a big creative spark for you, and I'm definitely seeing a start, but you might hold yourself back in a way, just with like a temporary mental setback. Could be from you or someone else. Interesting. So this is in the past leading into this situation. We've got the Eight of Swords. So I feel as though in the past, you, or maybe being in a particular situation, you felt really constrained, really limited. Now these are swords, which is your mind. So it was mainly your mind, your thoughts, your belief holding you back about this particular situation. The thing is, clearly it wasn't completely true, because I feel as though you've broken out. This is what you are coming up as right now. We've got the Seven of Pentacles. So I feel as though, you know, you have been doing a lot of work on yourself physically, maybe with your finances, things like that, and you're seeing a lot of success, right? And you'll begin to continue to see more success and more growth. And I think that's because you have kind of stepped out of your physical, your mental constraints, because what you need to know about is you've got the Ace of Wands. This is a massive burst of creative inspiration, okay? This is something that can change your life if you go with it, if you go with the flow. Okay, and the energy in between is we've got the Knight of Swords. So I think you're going to have this creative, this amazing idea, this inspired idea, this new direction. It's a big yes, and you are going to focus on it, right? You're almost going to obsess about it, and you are going to just, your attention, your mind is going to be focused on this. Whereas before, I think you were holding yourself back a little bit, but this inspiration just burst through. It was almost like there's nothing you could do about it. The outcome, we've got the Page of Wands. So this is also the same as the Princess of Wands. So there might also be a message about this. This could be an intuitive message as well. And I feel like this is the start, just the start of a creative project. It might be kind of the planning stage, the idea harvesting stage, and you're really just, you have this inspiration, you're grabbing onto it, and you're going to start, and you've decided, yes, I'm going to move forward with this, right? The thing is, I feel like you have this thing in your head where you hold yourself back. Now, this is a minor arcana, it's a 5. It is a temporary setback, okay? And it's all in the mind. I'm just a little bit concerned that there will be that thing that you do in the past where you kind of limit yourself, you know, where you hold yourself back. You're like, no, this is the way it's going to be. Look, you have this amazing creative idea. I think you need to just kind of, but then it'll kind of go to your head. It'll go from your spirit, you know, and your gut instinct, but then your ego in a negative way will kind of take over. But that energy, that life force, your decisions need to come from inspiration, not from fear-based ego, okay? And ego is awesome as well. It's just, I think that sometimes the fear-based aspect of it can maybe sometimes block your creativity, and you get like a writer's block, for example, or you get blocked with your ideas, you get blocked with your inspiration and going with the flow, right? What you need to know about is that you have everything. All of the information is coming from your soul. It's coming from within. It's coming from that light from within. And so if you ever feel like you don't have any ideas, or you feel like your inspiration is a bit blocked, just know that that's in your head, because everything is within you, right? Let's get some clarification cards. All right, so clarification cards, please, and thanking y'all. Cool. Now, I wouldn't like beat yourself up for having, oh my gosh. Very interesting. Okay. Ugh. All right. So I feel that your mental limitations in the past, you've overall been able to rise above them, right? You've been able to almost kind of like attack that part of you and cut it off by the neck, right? And when you do that, you're actually able to just authentically create, you know, you're such a creator. All of this inspiration also creates wealth for yourself, and you can become quite productive, and everything just seems to line up, right? You can blend these parts of yourself, your spirit and your mind, your thoughts and your inspiration. You can find a happy medium, a happy balance. It's just going to take time. It's going to take time to be able to blend these two parts. So it's not like you're meant to just kind of cut off this part of you and kill it and be like, that's separate from me, it's not me, it is you. Incorporate both, work together like siblings that get along. Okay, also, you are going to, like, this new idea, because your mind does help actually create, so your inspiration comes up with the ideas, but your mind is able to, like, guide those ideas into money, right? So you do need both, right? You do need both. So it's just what they have to kind of be on board. Now the outcome, the Page of Wands, I'd be very careful. I feel like, okay, I gotta clarify this once more. Yeah, I feel like there's this block that you have, this creative block, and I think you need to somehow break past it. So how do we break past this block? Look, it is going to be a temporary setback because, again, I think you're going to have to go like a new way. You're going to, because the way in the future that you'll go, you'll get to a certain you'll have a lot of success, you'll get to a certain point, but then there's going to be some sort of a block, and I feel like it's a subconscious thing. You might, for example, self-sabotage. Maybe you have this ingrained belief that you're not going to be successful ultimately, so when you are successful, you do this like self-sabotage thing to stop it. There's something that you do that could block this, right? It's really how you respond to this. I feel like you hold on to a lot of disappointment from the past, and you might bring that energy in the past that no longer serves you into the new, and it's going to kind of dampen the energy that you do have. Like, the thing is, you are 100, and you sometimes your emotions get the best of you as well. And you can get a little bit emotional, maybe a bit angry and then sad or up and down a little bit, when you feel stuck, right? So you need to also look at your emotions not as an enemy, right? But as a guide or a compass, whether you are on the right path or not. So, to have the success that you want with this creative project, with this creativity, I feel as though there's definitely a block that you need to kind of deal with, right? Because ultimately at the end of the day, like, everything will work out the way that you want it to work out completely, right? It's really in your head how things ultimately pan out. I'm just gonna get 2 more clarification cards before we do some advice cards. Okay, so this is one more clarification card. You always have to stay true to yourself. Like, you always have to maintain your integrity, and you always have to go in a direction that feels spiritually correct for you, okay? Spiritually aligned. Also, if you're not feeling in a good way, you actually, like, if you're feeling sad or down or disappointed or stressed or any of that, don't do anything. You need to genuinely just sit in the emotion until it completely goes through you. You might want to start meditating, specifically Vipassana meditation, where when you have those emotions and those feelings come up, right? You just sit with the emotion, you explore it, you investigate it, okay? And then you can move through it, and then you'll be energetically in a place where you can start moving forward and making meaningful action steps, okay? All right, what advice do we need for mid-December? All right. Cool. So the first advice card, we've got the 4 of Pentacles. So I would not be making any rash decisions, right? I would also not be spending much money or taking out investments. I would not have much movement with money at all, okay? Sometimes this advice card comes up because you need to have a bit of savings for something that might happen in the future, okay? So it's not like you have to, like, if anything, just start saving like a little bit, you know what I mean? Putting away some of your money, maybe like 40% of your income or something. Could be a lot of things like that, but I wouldn't make any big decisions too. We've got the 7 of Pentacles, so just you know, continuing to nurture yourself, your home, your creative projects, your, you know, your work, your physical body. Just continue to invest in those things that will eventually create a profit in the future. The third advice card, we have got the Queen of Cups. So be very careful what you put your emotions into. You also might want to make sure that you're not drinking too much. For some of you that might do that, no drowning in your emotions. And just be very wary what you invest your heart into. You really need to investigate it. You really need to think about it if it serves you. And the final advice card, we have got the Seven of Cups. So smoke and mirrors. I feel like sometimes if you are taking any medication or any type of addictive habits, right? I feel like it can absolutely cloud your judgment and make you look at things completely different from what they are. Like you might get a little bit detached from reality. So please be careful of that. If you'd like a private reading, send me an email or check out my website. That is all in the description below. You can also follow me on social media. Thank you to everyone who has liked, shared, subscribed. Really appreciate it, and it means a lot to me. And for those of you who are subscribed, please do hit the notification bell, because for some reason YouTube is not letting my wonderful subscribers know about my videos. And if you're still here, oh yeah, comment below if this reading resonated with you. And if you're still here, secret bonus card, Death. This is a transformational stage. It is painful. It can be confusing because you're going to be in a completely new way, completely new territory. So I genuinely feel that the self-sabotage, that part of you is going to end. You're going to come to terms with it sooner than you realize. Have a great month. Bye.